Okay, sorry about the shortness of the first video. The memory capacity on the SD card I have.
It's not as big as Sharper's penis. Anyway.
well, both that and my memory got full. So.
Okay, so here's
too far.
Speaking of which, I need
Pretty
to go
good.
back upstairs and do that. So I'm going to leave that there. No one move from their positions, please. Thank you. And your little DS cord.
Here's the
You
thing.
guys make your comments.
During the fight between Natsu or the Fairy Tale Guild...
I got this. So during the fight between Natsu and Laxus.
No, that's not when he gained the power. It was...
No, but the power. I'll tell you about how he ended up absorbing lightning in the first place.
Okay.
Okay, they were literally going to kick the fuck out of each other, literally kill each other, because Laxus wanted to take over the guild and root out all the weaklings. But Natsu basically just wanted to fight Laxus. Yeah, that's how he runs. That's how he works. He wants to fight the strongest. So no matter how strong that fucker, even if Zapdos or
There we go.
the fact that he's going to be able to fight a god, that's like, oh my god, I can't wait. That's his.
Do you know how often
That's
I
what
get
drives
to break shit? You always break shit. I meant intentionally.
Yeah. Anyway, so how he ended up being Laxus was, see, in this episode, in the very beginning of that whole series, season, they told you about when Natsu was a lot weak, a lot short, a lot younger, a lot weaker. He tried to swallow. He tried to eat Laxus. He tried to swallow.
Smack him in the face for me.
No, that's not the face. Okay. Anyway.
Why do we include you in serious business?
Touche. And that's me running across the camera to retrieve this guy.
Your weapon, sire. Anyway.
Don't get out of line, man.
Don't get out of line, or I'm gonna snipe you.
I'm punching you in the face. Anyway, make your dick bliss. Anyway,
Him enough times probably will.
all right. All you need is like one time. Anyway, anyway, so they talked about he ate Laxus's lightning. He tried to eat Laxus's lightning at that time, but he did not know how to at that moment. So he ended up getting really badly damaged. However, in the last video, but the thing is, once a Dragon Slayer swallows a new thing, they can swallow it again and again and again, no matter what now.
But the most important part is against Hades was when he finally got the full force of
the lightning. And no, another thing. That also goes extends to something else. See?
Not
that goes with something else about the power of the fire is. Because Moltres' flames are like
No. I was gonna say this proves something even more important about Natsu, and that's the fact that you can't scare him. Like remember the final fight in Hades? They had no magic. They had no magic. They only had each other, and they still kicked the crap out of them.
There is only one person on the planet that's ever made Natsu feared, and that's Gildarts. And believe me, there's a good reason for that.
I have no idea what you're talking about either, so you guys...
I mean, he almost killed him.
Yeah.
Well, technically, Gildarts can't kill you with that.
No, he said, man, he's a this. But to give you an idea how strong Gildarts is, like...
They literally have to separate the town to get him to the guild.
Yeah.
Because they're afraid he's so powerful that...
He'll walk through buildings like it's nothing.
No, that's not even the point. If he so much as touches something accidentally, poof, million pieces.
Anyway.
Most importantly, the fact that Natsu actually said, I fear you, Gildarts, and I can't beat you. Gildarts actually passed him past that exam, because he's like, you learn that fear is something you have to admit sometimes so you can move past it.
Yeah, but
guys, real quick thing.
Yes, ma'am.
I will shoot you in a minute for that. By the way, there's actually another death battle that we can pitch right now. Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres versus Entei, Raikou, Suicune.
First of all, Suicune will dodge
because apparently that is a thing. Because I was trying to see how hot Moltres' fire is, so we can throw some stats in there.
Wait, hold on a second.
Can I say something? If we're gonna do another death battle, I'm gonna make it Tenno, Spartan, Guardian.
Well, here's the thing. Most importantly,
I don't think they go well for
let's
I
go.
don't care.
Most
Facts are
importantly,
facts.
guys, let's talk about. So Natsu can absorb lightning magic because he's got Volt Absorb, meaning Zapdos can't do anything. Most importantly, Thor's hammer is powered by plasma,
Magic!
but specifically the plasma channels into lightning. Specifically, something Natsu can eat. Specifically, the first time Natsu is attacked with Mjolnir is worthless.
Yep.
And Natsu is a much better fist fighter. Now let's go on to the Pokemon and what would be their best movesets. Because the thing with Articuno is it doesn't matter because Elsa has proven that the pressure that Articuno would create would basically make her do more damage than good.
And Matt, you were talking about earlier about how
Crispy.
if Moltres those will-o-wisps and use it on.
Wait, don't try and steal my thunder. So,
Asshole.
yeah, asshole. Articuno, substitute
mine.
Roost, Hurricane, and Freeze Dry. This is the best they're gonna do, but
Sick.
she's not gonna command her Articuno to do
It doesn't mean
anything
it won't
because
attack by
she's too
itself.
afraid. Literally, if you need proof that being afraid of a Pokemon is, something that can screw you over, look at Blue or Green or Leaf's match against Professor Oak.
Look at May from in the beginning
No,
of the
no.
generation.
Misty with the bug
First of
Pokemon.
all, look at Blue, Leaf, Green, whatever you want to call her, versus Professor Oak in the original Pokemon Adventures manga. Because Professor Oak uses a Pidgey to sweep her entire team. Because she's too afraid to say anything. Because bird Pokemon scare the crap out of her. She also goes on to own Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres, so this is actually a very relevant point of research for you. Then you have Zapdos, who Thunder Wave, Thunderbolt.
Another thing is, all
Hurricane.
3 of them are bird Pokemon. So,
No, all 3 of them have the ability Pressure.
So she's scared shitless.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like your
So
mother.
She'd literally be
Well,
carrying
guys,
a
let me get
corner.
to the movesets. Thunder Wave, Thunderbolt, Roost, and Hurricane.
Thunder instead of Thunderbolt.
Well, or you can add in something like HP Rock, which hits Moltres 4 times. It's not super powerful, but it does hit Moltres for 4 times damage of 60 base power. But Moltres and Natsu have incredible synergy because Moltres learns Will-O-Wisp. For people who don't know what a burn does to a Pokemon, it doesn't there's a red spot on my arm and it hurts, therefore I get damaged. You literally burst into flames every time.
I have a
damages you.
picture for that. Give me a sec.
And Natsu, with Will-O-Wisp on him, would not only be constantly receiving magic he can eat, he would also constantly be getting more powerful because, if anything, Natsu, the more you damage him, the more he does. The more beaten he is, the more powerful
Okay,
he is.
give me a sec,
The
guys.
question is, people are like, why don't we just use fire?
Okay,
Spin,
so I don't know what
Yeah,
this
that's fine.
is,
Yeah, it's 5 turns.
but it's this thing here. That's pretty much what Will-O-Wisp does. I hope I get it on screen.
So essentially, you give...
That.
Yeah.
Essentially, and Will-O-Wisp lasts until
It's on the main
is
Pokemon
cured.
website if you want to look
Or
at the
dead.
picture. It's
Or
Season
dead.
2, Episode 20
Or,
picture.
more importantly, if
on
there's
Moltres'
some
page.
status move that they can use to heal their allies, but Natsu is not the ally of the people he's going up against, therefore Heal Bell, Aromatherapy, all that would do nothing to him. And the reason that Zapdos would probably have Thunder Wave is because you probably wouldn't know that if you were to... If
Furthermore, he
Moltres...
couldn't be paralyzed because he already has burn.
Yes, again, stop trying to steal my thunder, because I theory crafted all of this. Essentially,
And
Zapdos, because he said Zapdos would probably want to paralyze Natsu. But essentially, the biggest problem is that Natsu, because of Will-O-Wisp, Flamethrower, Hurricane, and HP
Even
Rock,
with the even with the Thunder Wave, he would swallow that thunder, and then he'll be using the Thunder moves, and then
However-
the really extra
well,
strength.
more
He
importantly,
goes after
Will-O-Wisp
Moltres instead of the trainer.
Will-O-Wisp wouldn't be able to be circumvented by a Thunder Wave or frozen. And most importantly, Natsu would literally get burn, heal, burn, magic, flash fire, because, all his magic, he can absorb fire magic. So essentially, Natsu would become more powerful every time someone strikes him. That is a move in Pokemon context. So, even if it misses, even if Natsu gets so powerful to the point where he's dodging infinitely, he still gets more magic every dodge, because that's how it works.
That is true.
And the most important part of this whole argument is you failed, well, actually, if anything, this failure is on you. You failed to create synergy between the people you are trying to create. Elsa and Articuno would be bad because Elsa doesn't respond to pressure well. Articuno literally exerts so much pressure that a Pokemon has to use twice the normal amount of concentration, power points being concentration, in order to use a single move.
What am I going to say? A good
And
example of that?
also-
Go watch Charizard versus Articuno.
Also,
That was
when you
good.
think about it, that's
That
actually times 6 because of the fact that all 3 birds are using pressure simultaneously.
Well,
Yeah.
it'd be times 4. Because you aren't affected by your own pressure.
Okay, well.
And Natsu actually shows he thrives in pressure. Again,
Yeah.
going back to that Hades fight, he literally shows that even though he's afraid,
That doesn't stop him at all.
if something's on the line, he won't stop. He will fight you even if he has no chance. He doesn't care. So that 4 times pressure is doing the opposite to him. It's riling him up. His focus is increased. If anybody is going to be the most prepared under that sheer amount of pressure, it's Natsu. And then you have, so Elsa is
Dead.
basically parasited by Articuno. And therefore, due to her fear, due to the pressure around her, she couldn't command Articuno to do a single thing, like Leaf, Blue, or Green, whatever you want to call her, from the Adventures manga. Then you have Zapdos, which is very powerful. And if this were Zapdos versus Articuno versus Moltres,
Zapdos from waiting on stuff, but we look at
Yeah.
the trainers.
but their partners, you literally got your Natsu, a defensive core that counters all of Zapdos' weaknesses except Rock. But again, Zapdos, according to these two, doesn't want to have HP Rock, even though it's a godsend against.
I mean, I would just give it. Any other rock type moves?
No, not any
Okay.
good ones. And most importantly, the whole HP Rock thing really depends upon IVs, meaning that you might not be able to get HP Rock.
In time. Because
At all,
Natsu moves fast. He's not slow either.
No, IVs are individual values, meaning that you'd have to get this certain amount of IVs, meaning that Zapdos could potentially be weaker because of it.
Yeah.
And I would also like to point out the fact that that Moltres and Natsu are very in the same element. They help each other a lot.
Yeah.
In fact, the more I think about it, I honestly thought that Zapdos and Thor would come in winning because Zapdos is the most powerful.
I thought.
I came in thinking that, but then the more we talked about Natsu and Moltres, the more I began to realize that there is no contest when you add Natsu and Moltres, because Natsu feeds off of Moltres' energy,
Still
and
have no idea who
Moltres
Natsu
is
is,
protected
so.
by Natsu's sheer force.
I have no idea who he is. Just want to put that out
So, essentially,
Hang on, wait, quick question. Did you say that you don't know who Natsu is?
there. I don't know. Who
We're
he is.
gonna introduce you to him after this.
You better. Thank you.
essentially, the
Let's
biggest point...
introduce you to him now. Thank you for doing a death battle, Natsu versus Ace, guys.
Well, guys...
Yeah, we're gonna introduce you.
No,
Yeah.
after this, because it's literally almost done. The more you
Natsu
think
would
about it...
Natsu would beat Ace, no problem.
No, the thing is, the more you think
That
about...
straight up what he did.
Guys, the more you think about Natsu and Moltres, the more you see how much synergy they have. The more you look into Moltres, the more you see how much Natsu benefits. The more you look into Articuno and Elsa, the more you see how both of them are
Fucked.
fucked by Natsu.
It's
And
favorite
the
time.
more you look into Zapdos, the more you realize that it doesn't really have the counter that it needs when you have Natsu as the partner to Moltres.
It's
If this were the 3 legendary birds, it'd be Zapdos.
No question.
But this
Oh,
is
hey,
3
but
legendary
no.
birds with 3 kind of legend. I mean, Elsa's kind of the worst thing you could have possibly chosen.
she's legendary just because of the let go.
Yeah. Well,
Yes,
he's not like
I think that's the
And
only reason why.
Most importantly, this literally, literally,
She
your
went away.
biggest weakness you have to worry about is the fact that Natsu is the only one who has pure synergy with his partner. Sure, Elsa might control ice, but she doesn't add anything to that. Todoroki from My Hero Academia makes it so that you have fire to counter the fire. But again,
Because Natsu would be nothing.
No.
And Ice would get obliterated by Natsu.
yeah. And
Just bam, bye.
Hail
bitch.
Hitler.
And also, Todoroki is calm, composed. He's very, very powerful.
Yeah.
And then Thor, you literally have Natsu as a counter to Thor. If anything, you should have made the playing field more even. I actually hate to break it to you, but this was a really bad choice. Also, you were thinking about Magneto with Steelix, but Steelix isn't magnetic.
Maybe
Okay,
enough
quickly
of-
clarify what you mean by non-magnetic, just so they're aware, in case it's not in the previous video.
The theory in the Pokemon community is that Steelix is actually more of a carbon compound, not a metallic compound. Carbon isn't technically not unable to be ionized, but at the same time, it's a lot. If you're talking steel, which is what most people assume Steelix is, even though it's more like a metallic diamond, if that makes sense, it's more of a gray.
So it's like a mix between a black and regular